Ah, yes. Another drive. Another drive to look at homes. Not just ordinary homes, but blight and abandoned. Yes. Once again, we are back in the Johnstown area where there are many homes that are abandoned and blight looking. Yes. We are going to be driving around to look at the homes. I know I did a video once on them, but by popular demand, a lot of people wanted to see a little bit more. So, since there's much more of these homes, I'm going to do another segment of this video of Blights and Abandoned Homes Part 2. So, without further ado, trying to get my camera here working. There we go. I'm just here at the light waiting for my turn to. Okay, I don't know what this car is doing. Thought it's going to back up. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're going to head over to some of these homes here that are around the area and the neighborhood. So we're going to check them out. Like this one right here. Okay, this one here is condemned. Obviously, there's a sign on the door stating that it is condemned. So it says danger and keep out. So shouldn't be anybody living in here. I mean, kind of looking at the steps there, all crumbled down, not safe to go up and down on. And not too sure. I mean, the exterior part of the door, of the house, don't really look that bad if you kind of look at it. I mean, I don't know, probably mostly the interior is probably pretty bad. So, yeah, not sure about that one, but it is definitely condemned and no one is living in that structure. There's one here. It looks like it was nice at one time. It looked like it was, with the stones and everything. But unfortunately, this was also condemned. I could see a sign in the window next to the door. No one is living in it. And they even have the roof, the steel roof on top. You can see. Yeah. It looks like that wasn't done too long ago, because they're fairly new. Yeah, just to show you, it looked like there was a roof on top. I don't know if it collapsed or what it had done, but obviously no one has been living in there for some time. You got weeds and grass and everything else on top of there. Yeah, definitely not livable conditions. Another home here, obviously condemned. Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder what happened to these homes. Back taxes, or they just couldn't afford it, they just bailed out, or what? Bank came over, foreclosures. Yeah, it's really hard to establish what the reasoning is on most of these homes here. But yeah, it's boarded up. Concrete steps are crumbled. So, okay, here's one that's condemned, as you can see. Hold on here. Okay, there was a segment on our local news here in Johnstown, WJAC TV Channel 6 News, a little segment there about abandoned homes and businesses. So there's a good many of them here around the area. And they were kind of talking about somehow, they can try to get my camera here. Wait, I'm bouncing all over the place here. Okay, there I am. All right, I didn't want to get you. Okay, I got lost for a second. I'm back. All right. What I was trying to say, they were talking about making use out of these homes, fixing them up a little bit, if possible, if they're able to, but have people live in them again. But it's always hard to say. Some of them are just totally torn down, love them to the ground. That's all you can do. Okay, we have what it looks like. You know what? Never mind, there's people living in there. Okay, we're going to skip that. Somebody lives there. All right, I had to quickly steer away from that building because I saw two dogs and I see in the background that there was a TV on. So apparently someone was living in there. So I couldn't really comment too much on that. You know, I don't want to insult anybody, embarrass anybody, or anything. I just assumed, which was my fault, that it looked abandoned. Which, I mean, the outside of it kind of looked like, I'm just turning around here. So, yeah, there we go. Just trying to turn around here. My camera is going all over the place today. There we go. So, we're going to, again, okay, here's another one that is definitely condemned. No one's living in it. Weeds and trees and stuff growing up from the garage. Yeah, that's the thing. You have to be careful. It's sad to admit, but when I look at some of these homes, I think to myself, definitely nobody is living in that home. Then, when I drive up to it, I see some kind of evidence that someone is still living in that home. It's sad, I know, but I don't want to focus or view on them and say that their house is, well, it's not condemned, but they're still living in it, but or abandoned. But yeah, it happens that way. But you know what? I'm not. I gotta turn around here. It says do not enter. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn around, and I'm entering. I have to turn around. There's the back of the building you just saw. Looks like there's a lot through here. Looks like one right up there. Heading down a section where they call Woodville. They drive down through here to see what's anything happening down here. Okay, I'm not sure what this is. It might have been a business at one time, but it is taped off. Looks like the whole roof, the whole structure, basically it looks like the whole upstairs structure has collapsed. So it's definitely abandoned. No one is using that. They have it taped off in a good way. So, yep, probably wasn't taken care of. I'm not sure. And then now the whole, I mean, literally, it looks like the whole upstairs just collapsed altogether. So I don't know if it's been down for some time, Not sure how long that's been. But with the tape and the barrels up, it looked like it was somewhat recently done. So, who's to say? Yeah, there's definitely another one here. Looks like an old apartment complex, which is no longer, obviously, not in use. Looking pretty bad there. Yeah, I don't know what happened there as to why that's no longer in use or why it's abandoned. But, yeah, another one on the charts. Here's another one on some kind of, I don't know, it's weird how they have the doors. Yeah, definitely. Well, let's see, windows and odd places for doors. Yeah, I'm not getting it for the doors. Walk out, there's no steps, no platform to stand on. And I think there's one right next door to here. I'm not sure. You know what? I think someone lives there. Now here, I'm assuming that no one is living here, obviously. They still got the Christmas lights up, and the roof structure, obviously, is looking pretty ratty, like that thing's gonna collapse at any time. So, yeah, it doesn't look like anyone's living in that building there. So, okay, we have one here. It used to be a business, Joe's Family Ties Tavern. Yeah, definitely do not believe that business is still open. Yeah, there's another home right here that's definitely condemned. There was a segment on the local news on WJAC Channel 6 here in Johnstown about abandoned buildings and, and businesses, which you see here. So that just kind of shows you how much, you know. I mean, it's not just here in Johnstown alone. I mean, it's in a lot of cities and a lot of places. So I'm not really condemning Johnstown alone. It just there happens to be a lot here in the area. You can even go to some of the nicer sections of the areas in a state, and right down the block you'll have a bunch of them. Here's one here. Looks like there was a fire structure at one time. That's an apartment complex, which I don't think anyone's living in there right now. Yeah. So who knows how long this house will stand? Yeah. As you can see, I'm running low on gas. Oh, good time to pull in sheets since there's hardly anybody here. Some guy almost whipped out and hit me here at Sheets. Just backed up, didn't even see me. I don't know. Some people just don't pay attention. Okay. Made a sheet stop. And last but not least, we're going to make this the final house of the video here. So, as you can see, this was a apartment complex at one time. You know, I often sometimes think that a home that you've been in the past growing up, like my grandparents' home, one of my grandparents, their house, somebody moved into it, just more or less terrorized it. And when they did, it was sad. The building just kind of was diminishing away. And then finally they moved out, left the home abandoned, and just trying to. It's always hard to get out of here. There we go. And so it's been demolished, leveled to the ground. That's all that's left of it. This is a memory of my grandparents. Then I have my grandparents on my father's side. They're still standing, still looking great. They're upkeeping it. I appreciate that. People that do that. But then I often think too, someday, and I'm not going to live a long life. You know, I may move out of my home. I may pass away. How well is that home going to be taken care of? Maybe someday another videographer on YouTube will do a segment on abandoned homes or a lot of traffic going nuts today. And may do a video with my home being, I don't know, who knows? Who's to say? I don't know. But I am going to end the video here. I appreciate you stopping by and checking out my video. Please check out my other videos. And please, again, subscribe to my videos. It helps me with my content. That way I can produce more videos. So the more subscribers, the better. So, yeah. Check them out. And I appreciate you, again, watching this video. And please like my video as well. Until then, I'll see you in my next video. Don't know for sure what it is, but I'll have another one. Hey, you have a good one. Take care.